I've been an environmentalist as long as I can remember, almost. I started the world's first green energy company in 1995 called Ecotricity. We set about trying to change the way energy was made in Britain because of the threat of the climate crisis, which I became aware of in the early 90s. And we've worked since then, the last 25, 30 years, on solutions in big wind, solar, battery storage, green gas, and more lately, the smart grid. All of these things together will help us get to 100% green electricity on the grid, which is pretty, and gas, which is pretty essential. From a big picture point of view, a number of overlapping crises. It's not just the climate crisis. We've got a wildlife crisis as well. Animal farming, industrial animal farming is driving wildlife globally to extinction, the sixth great extinction on the planet in the planet's history. And we have a human health crisis as well, from the air that we breathe and the water that we drink, and particularly from the food which we eat, which comes back to animal farming. All of these multiple overlapping crises are driven by just two things: fossil fuels and industrial animal farming. And the solution to everything is just to give them both up, to pivot from fossil fuels to renewable energy, and to pivot from animal products back, this is where we came from, to plant products. If we do that, we free up 75% of global farmland. The same statistic applies in England. We can use that land for all kinds of other things, including green gas and rewilding for nature. Our nature in Britain has been decimated by the Industrial Revolution and industrial farming in particular. And we can unwind that, and we can clean up the water and the air, and of course we can fight the climate crisis. At the same time, we can create vast new industries of long-term sustainable jobs that are well paid. We can have social justice as part of this green industrial revolution. These two things, fossil fuels and animal farming, they manifest in three areas of life. It's a lovely, simple message that we've developed over the years. It's accessible to people. It shows people actually they have agency in this, right? We don't have to wait for governments and big businesses to act. It's about energy, transport, and food. 80% of everybody's personal carbon footprint is in those three areas of life where we all spend money every day. It's about how we heat our homes, how we travel, and what we eat. That's not where it comes from, it's what we eat. The biggest change we can make almost is in changing our diets. But if we do all three things, we tackle 80% of the problems. And we have all of the technology we need in energy. We have wind and solar, we have the battery technology, we have green gas, which is coming. We can end fossil fuels, we can give them up completely and power ourselves on renewable energy with no pollution from a source that will never run out, that is available in every country of the world, so we can end the geopolitical strife around fossil fuel sources at the same time. In transport, we just need to electrify everything. The revolution in electric cars is well underway. Electric buses are on the road. HGVs are coming out of R&D, and electric planes are actually in the sky. Passenger flights from Britain to Europe will be possible in just 10 years' time. That's a fact. And in food, we don't really need technology. We just need to go back to where we've been before, simplify our food, take animals out of the middle of it because they complicate it, they pollute it, and they make it incredibly inefficient. Let's just eat plants, free up 75% of farmland, do wonders for nature, and have enough room to build all of the renewable energy and everything else that we could possibly need in our country. If we do those three things, then we'll have a lovely place to live. So we have the technology, the economics is on our side, right? It's cheaper to do this than to not do that. The people are on our side, absolutely, and increasingly. The only thing we don't have is a government that gets it and does something about it. And so in terms of how we get there, the potential to scale is easy because it's cheaper to go this way than the old way of doing things. And the only thing standing in the way is a very skewed playing field, which a government, the right government would change. So if I had one wish, I would say we need a new government. We need a new government that gets not just the fact that we need to make the change, but gets the fact that we need to do it urgently and is willing to take the big steps to do that, to unwind the old way of doing things, take the subsidies off of fossil fuels and animal farmings, level up the playing field in terms of planning for renewable energy and all the good things we need to do. And let us get at it. Let us rush now to net zero because we can do it. We have everything we need except for that government and policy that enables it.